Testing 1, 2, 3, guys. Testing 1, 2, 3. We're in there, Fody. Testing 1, 2, 3. Yo, what's up? Welcome to Vencabot. The Jazzy Circuit Retrospective. My name is David. I'm joined on the mic by my friends MutantXP and XO. What's up, guys?
How's it going?
Dude.
Hey, how are you guys?
We are celebrating the first 2 years of the Jazzy Circuit today, guys. As you guys know, if you're watching this channel, Jazzy has been popping off all over the country for 2 years. So many great ranking events at an arcade near you. So many awesome auto qualifiers at various majors and regionals around the country. And we really thought after 2 years of, all this excitement and all this fun, and especially in these times where we're all looking back fondly at the arcade experience, it'd be a good time for us to go back and look at some of the hypest matches from tournaments, from ranking events, and from auto qualifiers from the past 2 years. And so what we did, courtesy of MutantXP, of course, he arranged a sort of a bracket on Challenge for various really, really hype matches that were recommended by various TOs that are kind of associated with the Jazzy Circuit. And we had people vote on what they thought were the hypest matches. And after quite a few weeks of voting, we've come down to 8 finalists. We're going to review them all tonight and do some commentary. So, Megan, do you want to talk a little bit about what we're doing tonight and about Jazzy in general?
Yeah, Venka. So for the past 6 weeks, you guys have been helping us determine what you think are the top 8 Jazzy matches in the league's short history. And so we started out with a field of 32 matches. And by the way, Venka, let me get this out of the way. All 32 matches were sick.
They were so sick. It was so hard to choose.
So we started out with a field of 32, and every week you guys had opportunity to vote on which matches advance. And so tonight we're going to be watching the top 8, the matches that survived this grueling poll, this grueling tournament. And the first match that we're going to be reviewing, or we're going to be rewatching, is a match from DTN, which, I mean, you can't really argue, right? DTN was the highlight of Jazzy so far in our short history. And so this is a match straight from the Jazzy finale, 16-person bracket, between 2 players that know each other very well, have a very long history, Exodus versus Nica KO. And obviously, as you guys know, on the stream tonight, we have XO, so gracious to give us some time to hang out with us and watch this match back. And so, obviously, XO, result notwithstanding, I know you're obviously disappointed by the result of the match. What were some of your thoughts in terms of leading up to the match? And, well, before we go any further, first of all, hope you're doing fine. Hope everyone is safe, all your friends and loved ones. And so, XO, tell us a little bit about, this match and, sort of what you were thinking before you came up against Nica here.
Okay. So, hi everybody. Thank you for having me, Venka and Mutant and the gang. This leading up to the match, I didn't really think too much on it. Lloyd has always kind of been a thorn in my side, and I've had this stubbornness about me where I would just continue to pick Dudley at this point on. And I don't like the matchup too much. It's not that bad for Dudley, but Lloyd's very, very strong. So playing him is kind of frustrating. But in terms of specifically looking at Lloyd, I didn't do too much of that leading up to the match. But as the tournament as a whole, I really wanted to do it just as well as I can and just kind of just give it my all, really.
Mm-hmm. And so you had alluded to it earlier, XO, about the long wait. Unfortunately, we had some technical difficulties at DTN. There was some issues with streaming from the cab. Well, by the way, shout outs to NYC Furby, though. An amazing job.
Yeah, wow, what an amazing stream. So much stress. He really handled it really well.
Yeah. But there was quite a bit of an extended wait. Did that affect you at all? Leading up to the tournament, or were you just kind of, whatever?
Yeah, I've always kind of been pretty nonchalant about tournaments. Mm-hmm. I think the finale was the first time in a very long time where I felt like, in terms of the tournament itself, I want to do as well as I can do, mm-hmm. Compared to previous tournaments where I'm just merely a participant. I don't go in looking to be the victor, mm-hmm. Most of the time. But in terms of whoever I did run into at DTN, that was just up to fate, really. I didn't delve too deeply into deciding on strategies or this or that. It was just more of a general, I'm gonna try my best type of thing.
Awesome.
I'm sorry, and to answer the question, no, the delay did not really go into. It didn't really affect me in that manner.
Okay.
So Venka, do you have any more questions before we watch this match?
No, I'm looking forward to watching it. As a reminder, Exo, Mutant, if you guys want me to pause the stream, let me know. If you guys want me to rewind, let me know. I'm happy to kind of go back and have some looks at this. Before I move on, I want to shout out, of course, NYC Furby's YouTube channel. We're watching this on his channel, guys. Well, make sure you subscribe. That's
Yes.
just punch in Team Spooky After Hours, NYC Furby, and you'll find this video and many, many more videos of fighting games, retro fighting games, modern fighting games. It's a really, really great channel. Go give him a follow there, guys. Let's get this show on the road here, guys. This is Nica KO versus Exo at Defend the North 2019. Let's see how this all plays out.
All right. Take it away, Venka.
Here we go. So we're at the cab here again. As a reminder, guys, if you guys were not there, these cabs, it was a real thorn in the size of the streamer. It took forever to set up, and but it was really, really worth it here. Ecto versus, it says here, Frankie, this is actually Nica playing Yang. Can I raise the volume here a smidge? I don't want to have the commentary be too loud. Okay. So Exo has, Nica already has Exo in the corner here, but Exo fights his way out pretty competently.
I wanted to ask you just a real quick, specific question, Exo. You know, I think one of the things that a lot of newer players struggle with is getting backed into the corner.
Yeah.
And so, as a player, you know, how do you like? Well, let's be more specific. You know, when you're playing Yang, especially someone of Nica KO's caliber, you're gonna find yourself in the corner. It's inevitable. So how do you respond to that? Because, you know, when this match started, you were already in the corner. Like 2 seconds into the match, the round, you were already in the corner.
Yeah, the number one advice I would give for beginner to intermediate players is that be comfortable with blocking as much as you can block.
Okay.
So the more comfortable you grow, the less you get worried about being backed into the corner. Of course, it's a disadvantageous position, but if you're comfortable, then you're not really feeling the pressure that the corner game would really exert. The other thing is that jump every once in a while so that it forces your opponent to branch out their decision making while pressuring you in the corner.
Well, at the end of the second round there, you would get a nice little comeback with that EXTP out of the corner. Really, it seemed like Nica was not respecting that EX uppercut there and applied too much pressure, and you were able to get out of there.
Yang's kind of a bit of a bully, and like I said, I kind of have a stubborn streak about me. So I recall deciding on EX uppercutting quite a bit in this set. Because you know it puts them on check, on notice. You know, they'll hesitate a little more.
Yes, that's so important. Okay, there we go. First round goes to Nica KO. It's gonna be a first game.
So earlier in that round, Exo, you had corner pressure and you went low short, and Nica, I guess, was standing, or maybe he got caught trying to jump or something. But it doesn't seem like you were ready for the short. How hard is that as a Dudley player to do that? Because, you know, you got your opponent in the corner and you're trying to mix them up, but, you know, how hard is it to just kind of, you know, remember, okay, I'm going to go short, I'm going to go low, you know, or I go short, as opposed to just like one short and then kind of go into something else?
Aside from crouch roundhouse after the short, Dudley actually has pretty good options for keeping them grounded or keeping them pressured, even if you sacrifice one short. So as far as going short, I either do that when I really want to 50-50, but if I'm looking to save meter, or if I'm, you know, for round 2 or round 3, or if I'm at a position of advantage where I'm not too worried about, you know, dealing more damage, then I would opt for just a single short into another tick.
So I paused the video here. I would like to get Exo's commentary, moment to moment here on his first winning round here in the first round of the second match. The aggression here, really, as I'm watching and listening, I'm like, wow, this aggression is so exciting. It's really interesting to see how he space out this Yang in the corner and really just make him just live there. I'd love to hear your thought process on how you're going to keep Nica KO's Yang in the corner like this and just to tear him apart. Here we go.
Maybe we could even play it in like a little slower.
Oh, sure. Here, let's slow it down a little bit here.
A quarter. Or...
I'm not sure we need to go all the way down to a quarter. Let's do it down to half. Let's see here.
Well,
I'll try this.
So to answer your question, I'm not methodical enough in a way where I plan my moves that far ahead. I operate more off of basic principles like you put them in a corner and you try your best to keep them there.
Oh yeah, sure.
And,
The reason I ask is you know me
see-
next, so I'm kind of like a beginner player in so many ways. Still, I'm sure a lot of guys in the chat are as well, or they see themselves that way. So even just very essentials, the basics, I'd be curious to hear, you know, what you're thinking. How, basically, even if we're talking fighting game fundamentals, let's watch this and just kind of talk about how you're kind of keeping them there.
Sure.
Okay, here we go. So right away, he's already kind of pushing you, but you're gonna get out here real quick, and you're gonna kind of reverse the momentum here. So how are you gonna escape the corner? Let's watch this. Okay, there you go. A little bit too close.
Right there, like a jump. It limits the number of. Can you pause it real quick?
Okay. Wow, Yang small health bar.
Yeah, just pause it real quick.
Yes.
Venka.
So earlier I mentioned jump every once in a while because it forces your opponent. Well, if you're just staying grounded and blocking, then your opponent has less options he has to worry about. But once you start jumping, he also has to deal with potentially you jumping, whether it's jumping out or jumping up.
Okay.
And that extra branching of decision making gives him pause. And when you jump, you narrow down your decision making dramatically, because once you're in the air, you only have to worry about pairing or not pairing. You know, so it kind of throws a little bit of a wrench into their offense. You know, as long as they're not like really cognizant, and then they'll punish you for jumping.
Right.
But jumping is something you want to sprinkle in every once in a while. So right there, I caught him. The result of my jump was that it coincided with him jumping, and he had tried to attack, and that gave me trip guard, so I threw him into the corner, and then I think I got just a lucky crutch roundhouse on his wake up.
Yeah, that's a guessing game, of course, against Dudley, and you get a huge reward off of Dudley. So much damage with that combo, and Yang such a small health bar that really kind of set a life lead here.
I think that was a mistake by him because it's near the start of the round. Neither of us have much meters, so blocking low against Dudley makes absolute sense.
Yeah, I didn't think about that, but it's interesting you point that out, right? Because you couldn't have really gone overhead into super. You didn't have bar yet. So really your best option there was to go low and do a big juggle.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Unless he parries it.
Unless he parries it,
Right.
yeah. Well, that's third strike.
There's always that random factor to it.
Yeah, well, like I can it's a good point though too, because it's a random factor, but because that was maybe what you would want the most, you had no bar, that'd be the biggest reward. Maybe it would have been extra incentivized to down parry there. You know what I mean? But in this case, he didn't. You got a huge combo off of it, and we're gonna see how you keep him in the corner here and wrap up this round. Here we go. There's half speed, guys. Oh, the duff.
So the tech throw was really beneficial for me because you're actually looking to reset the spacing to where you are under the clock, so that way you can also account for them trying to jump out. And pretty much that half of the screen, you want to maintain that position no matter what. So I backed up a bit occasionally, I backswung occasionally, and the idea is just to pretty much limit the amount of risk you take to maintain that position.
Okay, that's interesting because it's funny you mentioned that. I usually think of backswing blow as being sort of because of the caliber player I tend to fight online a lot. It seems kind of like a very risky kind of move, but it strikes me that if you space it out just so, it is very, very safe, right? Because it sways you back, and even when you're recovered from it, you're not necessarily close enough in many cases, unless they really come in hard, which you're probably gonna hit them. So it's kind of interesting that you use that as a way to kind of keep them in that side of the screen.
Unless the opponent is kind of mash throw heavy, you always have a percentage of uncertainty for backswings. So it's not quite a Hail Mary, but you're taking a chance. And sometimes various factors might make it more in favor for you to do that. Like if you're not directly in their face, then a backswing tends to be a little safer. Because if you're farther out, if you hit them, it'll be pretty much at the tip. And it really depends. You're really only losing to a delayed crouch medium kick or just raw EX Mantis. But because he's in a defensive position and he's trying to find his way out, it's probably not a gamble that he's going to want to commit to too often.
Yeah.
So, but like if he gets close to me and I want to reset my position, then backswing is a pretty decent way to create that space and while also throwing a wrench into his rhythm because he's
Gotcha.
probably not expecting a backswing.
Yeah, that does make sense. I noticed as we wrap up the first round here that another thing that I hadn't considered the first time around is that a lot of your mileage just really came from the fact that Nica was being quite impatient here. Like he really ate a lot of your attacks because he was trying to get so hard to get out of that corner and trying to kind of get back to center screen, and you kind of took advantage of that. That's interesting. Again, the Duff did so much damage there. You just wasn't kind of respecting your space, really. That's just Dudley. One of his really great tools is that towards fierce. And if you're not respecting that, man, you're gonna take a lot. Especially his Yang. Oh my god. That's
I think at that space, and Yang needs to just chill out and kind of wait for it to take place. Because really Dudley needs to get in somehow. Offensively, he'll either jump or do a far fierce. Defensively, he'll just back off and you can take your time. But in the case of me boxing him in, him fighting his way out, I'm going to space myself to where either a regular fierce or a far fierce will clip him right at the tip.
Right.
But that would lose to just the waiting game. So
right, yeah. I guess it strikes me as well as we start this second round here that at that spacing, that is really a spacing where Yang kind of does want to do something. It must be kind of hard for him to be still at Dudley's towards fierce spacing because he kind of wants to jump there and otherwise sort of get in.
His lowest risk is just to walk. He can't really jump because Dudley can see it. He's much farther out. And he can react to with a lot of anti-air options.
Oh, okay.
So he can pretty much just walk and find himself a more favorable position. But Lloyd and I always we tend to duke it out, so it gets a little hectic.
So we're gonna watch this second round here at full speed, at least at first, and see how this plays out. And if we want to, we can slow it down after that. Here we go. This is DTN, guys. Defend the North 2019. If you guys are just joining us, thanks for the follow there. Okay, so neutral jump there beats Dudley's duck under.
I know this is bad, but I need a third round. So
Oh no, Exo's trapped in the corner here.
I need it.
Nice little confirm there. Oh, cross him in the corner, that's annoying. So you can cross him up in the corner, that's because Dudley's a fat boy, right?
Transition.
Yeah, I tried to reversal, but it didn't work.
I got you.
DJ. Yes.
DJ, drop it.
Oh, there it is. This should sound so good.
Okay, nice little pokey from Exo, I feel like. Kind of making Nica mix up his dive kicks. Oh no, it's a very unfortunate grab.
Oh,
nice.
Oh, mid-screen juggle, sick, we fell out.
It doesn't matter.
So here's a question that some viewers might have, Exo. Why SA1?
Just a conscious choice after I went to Japan to kind of reset my way of thinking.
Okay.
Prior to going to Japan, and it's not that I saw effectiveness in Japan with SA3 or SA1. I only played SA3 in Japan. But prior to that trip, I was a very ardent defender of SA3 because of how versatile it was. But after the trip, I was pretty disappointed in my overall showing in Japan. So I wanted to do something, and mentally tricking myself and forcing myself to use SA1 was what I came up with. So it's not really a decision based on strategy or introspection or anything of that nature. It was just, you know what, I need to throw something at myself that I'm not exactly familiar with. And it's worked out pretty well. I do enjoy SA1 a lot more now. Yeah, so.
I mentioned in the chat just now that as a non-Dudley player, I see boat sleepers used pretty much the same, it seems. It seems like it's pretty much the same sort of confirm from either of his confirm options. So what do you think is the big difference between SA1 and SA3?
So
for beginners like me?
Big things. One is that SA1 makes it a lot easier against Makoto, and to a lesser extent, Chun.
Okay.
In terms of linking it from Dart.
Okay, kind of.
I mess up anyway, but the point is it's easier because it comes out faster than Cork, and you don't have to worry about the distance involved. Because if you are doing a far Dart against Makoto, your jab Cork will not reach her in time. The other big difference is that it does more damage. So as a result, you are required to, let's say, do one less Okizime on Wake Up. So you have potentially one less mix-up that you need to go for to kill the character.
Gotcha. And yeah, also, I noticed now that, of course, SA1 has two kind of medium-sized bars, and I say 3, of course, has 3 very small bars. It's kind of also sort of an interesting difference there.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get back here into the final round here. This is going to be at half speed. Oh, no! Wasn't blocking his toesies. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I love ducking straight. It's so. Oh, I love ducking straight.
Impactful.
Well, it takes, like when, I don't know. I'd like to get the perspective of a Dudley player, but like when you go into like a combo mid screen, like what are some reasons you might want to do, duck under upper into super as opposed to duck under straight super?
I tend to not want to do duck super, duck under super, simply because it shifts them higher, their hitbox. So mostly it's a height thing, because the higher up they are, the higher likelihood that they might pop out in reverse. But outside of that, I generally prefer duck upper because you want to maintain your position on the character when they wake up. So
Okay.
duck straight just sends them flying.
Into the corner.
It's mid-screen, yeah. But you have to chase afterwards, and they can wake up before you actually get there. Whereas duck under, and especially on twins, or mostly on twins.
But that depends on
a
spacing,
mid-screen-
though, right? Like that depends on spacing as far as them being able to wake up before you get to a situation or a position where you can threaten.
Well, generally speaking, if it's mid-screen and you do a duck upper, you can close the distance with 2 dashes and maintain pressure. And that's not to say that you will always be able to do a 50-50 when they wake up. Most of the times they'll wake up in time, but you're still near them. Whereas with duck straight, that just can't happen.
Yeah. I was just referring to the cancel, like in terms of duck under super, not just duck under or duck.
Yeah, it's mostly a height thing. I'm not a lab guy, but there is like minor differences between the damage depending on the circumstances prior and the circumstances after, like how many hits Rocket or Cork will hit with, or if you did it from a EX machine gun blow, or if you just did it from a crouch roundhouse, those affect the scaling the entire way through. So, but I don't know the hard answer to that. But for me personally, it's mostly a height thing.
So here we are at the what I thought was the end of the third round here, but man, Lloyd is making this Magic Pixel last a long time, and I'm watching.
Let's watch this in real time and then.
Okay. So, yeah, we were watching it in slow mo there, and I'm like, okay, so surely Ecto's gonna finish the job here. But what we see here is a couple of mistakes, a throw tech that was missed, and now Ecto picks up uppercut, and oh no, he's way up in the air here, and Lloyd is looking quite comfortable. Let's get this back in.
I think I almost bungled this.
Oh my God. Oh, there we go. Okay. Boy, the uppercut wins the day, dude. He misses one and gets another one.
I respect that.
I love it. You guys know me. I love like a super with uppercut.
He won like outright, but
Well, let's go back there. Let's go back to that. Okay. I want to see the situation again. Let me.
Okay, let's go back. Let's rewatch the entire third round in real time. So
no, we don't have to do that. I just need to see Venka the screenshot of before the wake up EX.
I would have been stunned if he paired both and punished.
Okay, so here's the Magic Pixel. And Lloyd's there. There's a mistech grab. Oh no. No!
Yeah,
don't do it!
I tried to
pause it. Oh, okay. I think he missed it. Just pause it, like right before he does the EX up.
Okay. The first one, the whiffs.
Yeah, just
Let's see here. Okay, so that's right after after he's put on his back from the grab, I believe.
He won't do raw EX machine gun. No, he knows he can parry it.
Here we go. I love the commentary. So
it should have happened right there. I messed up, and then I tried to jump
here we
and
go.
do it
There
again.
it is, right here. Here's the situation.
Yeah.
No, just play it some more. Play it. Keep playing. I'll tell you when to pause. Pause. No, keep playing.
Oh my God.
Okay, now pause.
Okay. All right. So this is the DP that wins the round, I believe, here.
Yeah.
Here we go. Also, the great animation in this game. I look at that awesome sprite there of double looking after the round. So dope. Here we go. Oh, man. Okay, so now we're evened up.
Yeah, he would have been dead.
Absolutely.
It might not even been stunned. I think he might have been able to kill you outright.
Isn't it great?
I don't know about that.
If he does like I think there might be a jump punish that you can do. I don't know.
All right, here we go, guys. Third game, 1-1.
All right.
Same characters.
Here we go, game 3.
Defend the North 2019. Jazzy finale, top 8.
The wake ups I respect the most, Venka, are
This
this.
sounds amazing in here.
Because you're doing it anyway.
To lose.
You're doing it, yeah, right. You're doing it. Right.
Oh yeah, I spent maybe like 12 seconds in that match trying to EX jet.
Wake up EX Jet.
Oh, here we go. Nice down parry there. Good guess. Oh, no. Oh, a nice punish there from Nica on the whiffed backswing blow.
We're seeing a new Exodus.
Wow. Carry, attack the car grab.
Nice patience.
Oh,
Gets opened up.
such discipline.
Oh, sick.
Fierce.
Oh, that was a. Oh man.
Yo, Dudley's doing mad damage though.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go, guys.
Were you going for a low parry there?
That horseshoe.
Yeah. So generally speaking, I play very parry based. Simply because if I feel like I have a good idea of what they intend to do, I will always try to parry it.
Yeah, good read, yeah.
But I think I was very incensed and just excited from the previous round or the previous match that my timing was just completely bungled. So I tried to parry a lot and I missed a lot. So that's what happened here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's one of the interesting wrinkles of Third Strike. You know, you feel confident, but you know, there's always a situation where the game may not give it to you. You know what I mean? Like you feel like you have the rhythm of the opponent.
Yeah.
But because, you know, certain things are so precise, you may miss a parry, even though you read it completely. So like whenever like I don't want to go in too much of a tangent, Venka, but like, you know, when I watch, you know, people stream Third Strike, especially when they play online, they're like, oh, I parried that, or I parried like what, that doesn't even mean anything to me anymore. You know, like what do you mean you parried it? Like it's, I don't know. That's just me. But anyway, you can,
it played very poorly into Nika's patience in this third match too.
yeah. But
There we go. Back in there.
All right, DJ, switch it up.
Whoa! Okay.
oh man,
That was sick.
no, that's a particularly nice thing to have, right, with Dudley.
Yeah. He's pretty versatile.
Alright, he used the full slashes to get out of the way of W doing it. Nice parry.
Oh, no.
Oh,
We said
what a
cancel.
bait!
No,
Bait.
Yeah,
that
I
was
was
a good bait.
too excited.
DJ to switch it up.
Oh, nice job. Even the fucking the
The
chip
discipline
damage.
to not super there
Talk too soon.
off the backswing blow.
Oh no!
Throw attack.
So much respect for the parry. Wow.
So smart.
Nika wants it.
I'm so salty. I'm so salty.
Was that actually a low jab? Did you really want a low jab, or was that?
I think I tried to plink crouch tech,
Okay.
but again, I'm just not very good at executing. So
Yeah, I definitely know that feeling. It's something I'm trying to work on myself right now. KD knows. Dude, wow, that last round was a heartbreaker, man. We got some dropped cancels. We got some parries into nothing. Oh, man.
But the entire match was really great, really competitive.
So
a
hyped.
glimpse,
Very
a
good game.
glimpse of what the two of you have been doing for, I would say, you know, the last 10 years. You guys have been playing a lot. You guys continue to play. And so I just want to end this by commending you, EXO, for your performance at DTN. Again, I know obviously you wanted to win. That's what makes you one of the greatest competitors in American Third Strike history. But, you know, I hope...
respect competitors for what they were able to bring to
Yes.
the table. Yeah, for
And
sure.
so I hope that we will see you whenever we're able to resume Jazzy Circuit offline events. I know that you are quite busy, as many of us, as we get older.
Yeah.
But hopefully you can come out to finale whenever that is.
You know, I was prior to COVID, I was already playing excuses in my head to see if there was, or not excuses, but just kind of like scenarios in my head where maybe I can twist a trip somehow.
Uh-huh.
But you know, obviously COVID hit. But
Yeah.
I think you know next year, you know, my daughter's gonna be a little older, so that's not out of the realm of possibility for sure.
Excellent. Good games, dude. Wow.
Yes. Thank you for coming on, EXO. And before you
Thank
go,
you for having me. Yeah.
just wanted to let everyone know, I know that we tweeted this out earlier, but that all the participants involved in the top 8 greatest Jazzy Circuit matches are going to get a free pin, courtesy of Arcade Candy Company.
What's sick?
Oh,
Dope.
And
That's
so, Not sure, when we're gonna get you these pins because of the pandemic. But you have one, waiting for you, EXO. And so
That was gonna be a Dudley.
Kind of. I mean, I don't know. He can pick whatever he wants.
Oh, sick.
He can pick whichever pin he wants. And so I know it's just a small token, but we do appreciate your participation in Jazzy and your continued participation in the Third Strike scene. And we wish you nothing but the best in your future endeavors.
Thanks, EXO.
Yes.
Thanks for coming on, dude. Insightful commentary as always.
Yes.
No, thank you so much for having me. And I know you guys hear it a million times over, but what you guys have been able to do with Jazzy Circuit in the past 2 years, and hopefully it can resurface, this coming year. But I'm so eternally grateful that you guys are just keeping the scene going, both online and offline, and everybody's better for it. So thank you.
Dude, have a mighty fine evening, dude. And thank you, dude.
Right. Take care, EXO.
Good night, guys.
Wow.
Dude, that was so much fun, man. What an amazing set.
That was just match number 1.
That was just the first match of the night, dude.
That was just the first match. I don't know how we can watch another one, but
Yeah,
I guess we have to.
I'm pumped.
And I think if there was any match that we could watch to follow the last one,
Dude, I'm not even ready for this next match, dude. I need a fucking moment here, because this is... All right, I'm not going to say who it is, but you know who it is. All right, I'm ready. So what's the match, dude? What's the match?
So next up, we're going to go ahead and watch another match from the Jazzy Circuit Season 1 finale at Defend the North 2019. And before I forget, shout-outs to everyone at DTN, regardless of, all of the stuff that happened at the event. Shout-outs to City of Brass. Shout-outs to, everyone, the team of DTN, for putting on or doing their best to put on a great event. And so, but most of all, Venka, shout-outs to City of Brass and DTN for taking a chance on Jazzy, right?
Yes, yeah.
We got Saturday night. We were doing our finale alongside SF5.
Yeah,
and so
I think there's a lot more hype for Third Strike, to be honest. I remember at the venue, people were like, "Wow, Third Strike is doing better than this game and that game and this game, man." But like you said, this is back when it was the first year of Jazzy, and we were trying to push it as hard as we could, make sure people understood what it was. But for us to, in that first year, to get it's Saturday night at the New York Hotel at Defend the North, Manhattan, wow, what an awesome event. Super, super sick. And again, shout out to City of Brass and all those guys for making that possible for us.
And so, speaking of the finale, our next match, guys, is a doozy.
Oh my god, dude.
Fiend versus Yuuki. You guys voted it. One of the top 8 greatest Jazzy Circuit matches of all time. Let's get right into it, Vanka. Let's watch this.
All right, so this match was my match of the night, probably, and it must have been the case for a lot of different people that night, because seeing KO Fiend going the fuck in was just beautiful. Here we go, guys. This is KO Fiend versus Yuuki, Defend the North 2019. Same event. Yeah, I agree, EXO. Crazy match. Looking forward to HoldDat. It was OD, dude. This is my first time really seeing KO Fiend play in the flesh, and I was not disappointed. Here we go, guys. This is, I think, full speed. Let's just get right into it.
We got KO
I messed with the volume here a little bit.
right now.
We're already in there. Got the twins.
Yep.
Twins versus twins. Here with this little ad down here. Okay, nice parry. So Yuuki here playing Yun. KO Fiend, of course, playing Yang. Okay, nice punish there.
What a parry, Vanka.
Yeah, for me, it's, the parry is so clutch, but it's what you do afterward that is the most clutch.
But here's the thing, right, Vanka? What makes the parry so godlike is the risk that's built inherent to the parry. That's what makes it godlike, because it's the parry can be so risky.
Right. And exactly for that reason, that's why it's so important to get the most off it you can if you get it right. Like, it's such a big risk that if you get that parry, you have to maximize your punish. And that's really the most exciting part for me. So here we go. So we're at the end of the first round psych. Both characters have very low health, of course. This is the twins. They're at the small bars in the game. Them and Goki, I believe. Okay.
Oh, wow, what a pickup.
There you go. Canadian stuff. All day, every day. Yeah, Caesar, it was such a sick set, dude.
Yeah. And shout outs to both these players. KO Fiend, he'll be commentating with me this Friday on Jazzy Fight Night 4 or 5. I forgot how many we've had already. I think it's 5, right?
I think it might be 4, but in any case, it's gonna be super sick. It's gonna be really great commentary. He's a really entertaining host.
And of course, shout outs to Yuuki over there in Texas. Free Play, Free Play Arcade. Shout outs to Free Play Arcade.
Yeah, seeing him play is always absolutely stunning as players learning this game. All right, nice punish
wow,
there.
what a punish.
Oh no, the XDPs, man. We've seen a lot of that tonight already.
It's almost like for anyone who's watched this match, that Wake Up EX Senkyutai is almost like like what do you call that when you see like an object in a play that foreshadows something that happens later in the play?
Like an omen, like some kind of
like it was like
foreshadowing for sure. All right, so I had to pause it here because look at KO Fiend's. I'm going to rewind it a little bit. Look at this man's expression after he just woke up DP'd twice in a row and lost for it. Let's see here. I'm going to rewind a smidge here. Okay, here we go. Look at this guy's face, guys. I'm actually going to slow it down here. Let's slow it down to quarter speed.
yeah. Okay, I did not notice this the first
All right,
time.
watch. So he XDP'd twice just now.
Okay.
Right, and he just got punished the second time. Okay, here we go. Like, so KO Fiend and I were rivals for the previous decade, huh? He's a really open-minded player. I love it.
Okay, so what are we looking at here?
All right, watch. That's fine. I'm gonna speed it up just a smidge. We're gonna go to half speed.
Okay, yeah.
He's like, yeah, you.
Look at the face. Look at the face.
He knows he's like, alright.
He's winning. He's winning it somehow. He's DP'd twice and died, but he's still winning. Here we go.
It's like the guy who keeps
He's feeling himself.
and then you're like,
Well, I
alright,
mean, you know, you gotta be confident. You gotta have confidence in yourself.
He's feeling himself, dude.
You
He's
have to be
feeling
able to
himself.
brush it off. And
I think that's really indicative of how this set plays out. You know, the fact that he always feels himself.
KO Fiend establishing his pressure right now.
Here we go.
Very good overhead. Good trap.
Whoa! That was so delicate
wow,
spacing.
what a bomb.
Such delicate spacing.
Oh my goodness, KO Fiend. I don't know what that was. Vega was. I don't know what KO Fiend was doing there. Some 3S calisthenics or something. Just
He's staying loose, dude. He's staying loose.
I heard he once killed a man with
maybe it was to make Yuuki, Yuuki mash.
Oh, okay,
You
there we
know,
go. Big punish. I
in
love
the
seeing
event
dash
that he
punish.
sprains his wrist or something. I don't know.
Oh, good blocks. All right. Nice little ender there.
Oh wow.
Okay, footsies.
Yuuki.
Oh, I got Canadian again. Oh my god.
Bill's meter.
Good meter building there.
So
Yeah,
sick.
patch this character, Capcom,
Build
please.
that meter right.
Fucking Third Strike season 2, right?
It's been 21 years. Not a single patch.
After 20 years, Third Strike season 2.
That's true. We had
Yeah,
one.
we had a patch.
Sort of.
Okay.
Both of them
those
start
reward
off with like
Whoa! Wow! What a walk under. Such fast walking
Yeah, the
speed.
walk under low forward. Oh my gosh.
Such fast walking speed.
Oh, the command grab. Let's go. That was so
spacing.
Read.
Oh, and catches him
Almost
high.
done. Almost done.
Oh my!
Wow.
Crashing short.
Oh, and the short. Oh, KO Fiend. That was
The adjustment right there.
like
so New
if
York-
you had to like distill a Yang round and put it in like an encyclopedia, that would be the round I would distill. Like this is how this character operates
Yeah.
in this game.
Yeah,
You know,
well played.
cute example that round.
So
There was a little bit of everything about Yang in that round.
let's see here. 203.45. I want to jump ahead to about this point here and note again, guys. This is the meta. This is not the actual match itself I'm discussing here. This is the meta of the match, which is after he wins here. If you look at his face, you'll see that he actually looks like he lost.
Yeah,
he
it's-
loses the first one and he looks like he won. Wins the second one and looks like he lost.
Yeah.
KO Fiend with the
Look at him. He's like, oh, okay, what do I do next? What's my next
So
move?
New York has two Yangs and they're both great.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Juna.
Great time back there.
Should have kept version B. Destroy Urian for what he is. Huh?
All right, game 3. Now this is the game. This is the famous game. Veka.
Here we go. Final
Okay, a
game.
lot of people in the chat know how it ends, so no spoilers. All right.
This is when I was literally losing my voice in the crowd.
Yeah.
They both whiffed the grab.
Okay, wow. Both whiffed their little Zempos.
Yuuki does go for the wake up parry a lot.
Nice spacing. That just to hit that dive kick, the perfect spot to combo.
Needs damage and
Oh my god!
That's just nasty.
look at that optimal damage.
Fuck. They hugged fast. They hugged, dude. They hugged it down.
That was optimal.
Open board Jan, open board Juna.
Oh, what a punish! Great punish by KO Fiend.
Yuuki plays like I picked
Oh, caught him there.
high.
Woke up crouching short. Gotta be careful with the twins.
KO Fiend with his hip protection.
Wow, the delayed command grab, Vinka.
Whoa! Parry
nice
twice.
parry into the Daipon. Oh, and the reset. Oh, these guys are playing out of their minds.
Oh, so far the spacing. Oh no!
Oh my
Oh!
gosh.
Oh!
How?
Oh! We just got caught the meaty, the high meaty.
Oh,
That was a crazy comeback.
Yo, shout out to you.
Just call it the high meaty.
what a round, guys. Oh, look at the cojones
Oh,
on
sick.
KO Fiend. He literally up almost half screen and tried to grab Venka.
Oh no, missed the standing forward.
Oh, what a combo. Nice conversion there by Yuuki.
Ouch.
No, smart. Back off. Definitely
Okay.
full meter right now.
Look how fast these guys walk, man. The footsies are so real with the
Okay,
twins.
very interesting there for KO Fiend, not to go low and then EX Mantis.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, tail feet jumps out.
Alright, so KO Fiend got a huge life deficit here.
He still has a chance.
Oh no! Missed a punch on the Zempo there. I think it would have crossed him up. Oh wow! Okay, that was awkward.
I wonder if he would have been able to punish by a dash punch.
Okay, here we go. Even with the health, Zempo not gonna be able to kill. Saved his bar. No EX.
Oh my god, the back
Oh,
row.
what a throw.
Oh, he baited it.
Oh my God!
How did it hit?
Wake up, super. My
Wow, guys,
favorite.
the crowd is going nuts.
Okay, I'm about to rewind this. Here we go. 6 of 7. Let's rewind it to
The
around
entire room lost their mind.
here. Here, I'm
The
gonna just slow it
entire
down.
room lost their mind, Venka.
Everybody loves a good wake up super, dude. Everybody loves it. Here we go. Okay, kind of awkward there.
Wow, goes the opposite way and still
Oh, missed a parry.
fast.
Yeah.
I saw him try to go for it there.
Oh,
Okay, the online classic with the elation to walk up Grib. There's the Zempo. Gonna save his EX here.
yeah. It's so smart of KO Fiend to do this strength slash to try and get the mix up.
Oh my god, the back
Here we go, guys. I'm really surprised that he chased him into the air.
Oh my god.
Can Yang choose when to let that thing rip upward, or does he have to touch him? I always thought he had to touch him.
How did it hit that close?
Did he die?
Yeah, you know, I had a feeling it was gonna hit too, just wasn't like sure. But I was like, yeah, that's probably gonna hit.
Shout out to HoldDat and
No, I didn't know like 100%. I didn't know.
and Fran. Great commentary at that event. Super sick. Was that 5-star?
Yes, shout outs to, speaking of HoldDat, Venka, well, first of all, shout outs to Yuuki and KO Fiend for giving us such an entertaining match. I mean, that match was just ridiculous. Venka, the entire room lost their mind,
Dude.
simultaneously.
We were all shitting.
It was so insane. But speaking of HoldDat, for our next match, another match that you guys chose to advance in the top 8 is a match from DTN, but this time in pools. It's HoldDat versus the French player Mon-B, the only French player to make it to DTN last year. And I believe on the mic we have HoldDat here. HoldDat, are you there?
HoldDat?
Hey, what's good?
What's up, Matt? Oh
Hey.
my God.
HoldDat sounded like a correspondent from the Middle East. Just I was over there, HoldDat, in the beach streets of Brooklyn.
I'm on the scene, Bob. It's crazy.
Okay, let me pump this.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right.
Okay. Give me testing 1, 2, 3, hold that. Make sure your volume is correct for on my side. Testing 1, 2, 3, hold that, please.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay,
All
let me raise your volume a little bit on my side here still. Okay, that should be fine. Okay, so this is going to be Chun versus Alex, a matchup
Yeah.
that's very near and dear to my heart. Let me,
So before, I'm gonna let you and Venka, Matt, sort of take the reins a little bit on this one. But before, we get into the match, first of all, thanks for coming on the Jazzy Retrospective. Really appreciate your support of the Jazzy circuit. And so, yeah. And again, you're gonna get one of those pins from Arcade Cab Company. No Alex yet, but hopefully they're working on that.
he's the main character, man. They got to get him out at some point.
You should just send me a Chun one out of spite.
Oh, Chun went out.
Okay,
All right, so
let's see
speaking
here.
of Chun, as Venka alluded to, this is a match that happened in pools. This is you versus Mon-B, the lone French player, I think, to make it to defend the North. And so, yeah.
So before we get started here, Matt, what do you think about this matchup in general? What are you going into this? You see right now, you're fighting Mon-B, you know he's going to play Chun. What are you thinking as you go into this set?
Well, for Chun, unless you're into S&M, you really like Alex Chun. But,
Yeah.
It's just especially 3 out of 5, I think it's ridiculous. But when I'm playing Chun, like with Alex, my job is to try. My goal is to try to like put on a show.
Okay.
I'm trying to give her the boots, but
You mean like
Mon-B and I actually have history. We met at Co-op Cup and we spent like a whole week trying to beat Genki. So it was kind of funny that we actually ended up meeting at DTM.
That is interesting. Okay, let's get it started here. So we say you want to give her the boots. What do you mean in particular? Do you mean you're going to try to hit her with a jump roundhouse, or hit her with the standing roundhouse, or maybe even the stomp?
Nah, break her back.
Oh!
Just in general.
Okay. So here we go. Let's get it going here. This is Mon-B, French Chun versus HoldDat. Alex of the Stars, New York City. They're the follow Work 666.
HoldDat, as we get this match underway, how were pools for you? Like, how was that experience, kind of going through pools the way it was set up at DTM?
The pools were fun. Mon-B wasn't the only Chun I played, and I played some Makotos, I think. Mm-hmm. I had a war with B-Trand, and I'm not going to talk about what happened with me and KO Fiend.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Now, just because I'm my own selfishness, I'm actually lower the speed here down to 0.5 as we watch, because as an Alex player, I'm really curious to see how this plays out on a frame-by-frame basis, and I want to hear as much of HoldDat's commentary as I possibly can here. So let's get it in. It's going to be slow motion, guys.
Let's try 0.75 first.
Okay, we'll run it closer to full speed. But let's see how this sort of plays out here early in the game. Now, this is a really tough matchup for Alex, of course. Like, he's strong as every character, of course. But Alex, his far-range pokes, they're all mediums, of course. He has no low crouching short. Perfectly fine, I guess, considered not a huge deal, not have a crouching medium kick. But, of course, Chun-Li notoriously, her biggest weakness, if she has one, is her anti-air game. And, of course, Alex has maybe the best jump in the game, twins notwithstanding, perhaps. But, yeah, this is an interesting matchup. I think that... it's not one of Chun's best matchups in the game, maybe, but it's very interesting as an Alex player to be so patient. Let's see how HoldDat goes about it. Of course, you can also not be patient and just really, really go in and try to overwhelm her with offense, but you might have some, mixed success with that. Let's see how this plays out in any case. Start of the round is so clutch. Here's the moment. What are they thinking right at the start of the round here? Okay.
Yeah, more so like just trying to feel her out, or him out in this case, because he and I played so much. I also know he's really strong with walk-up legs.
I noticed that you're going for a lot of sweeps. You're going for a lot of crouching roundhouse as a poke against Mon-B here. Already hit twice of them, two of them. One was punished and one was a success. Okay.
Yeah, do that when she doesn't have meter.
So now she's got bar, so we're going to see much less crouching roundhouse here.
He missed a confirm there. So,
oh, is that a punish on her back fierce? Wow.
This match is about survival for Alex, especially in a 2 out of 3 set. It's got to mentally be in it for the long haul.
Okay, crouching jab there. I got to hit her out of her poke, kind of ballsy.
Gosh, Chun is such a wall.
You're being very patient. Like you said, you're being very patient here, and that's what I think is the best idea. A nice cancel there from Mon-B to make the parry not quite as effective. Okay, there we go. Finally got you there. So you missed your parry there, probably, huh? Or did you hit a button in that case?
Oh, no, I missed the parry for sure.
Gotcha, yeah, that's kind of what I felt like.
I'm always missing parries, Matt.
I parried that. Where's my parry?
Hey, Venka, let me ask you, though. Don't you really think this match is about survival? Like, you can't really...
I'm kind of a defensive player overall, so I kind of feel that way about many matches in the game. I think that, of course, the cop-out answer is to say that, every match you have to find a balance, right, between offense and defense. So there you go, right? There it is right there. You kind of, you have to be careful against her. She had full bar there, but as an Alex player, you still got to kind of take that risk, and, you gotta look, I guess what I'm trying to say is you gotta look for those jumping fierces, right? You can't just always go for it. You and I talked at Defend the North, we talked at Next Level about that, right? Chun versus Alex, and about how even though he can't really compete with her in the ground game, you have to play the ground game. Because if you don't, she can just anti-air you the whole time. So you have to kind of at least feign that you're trying to play the ground game long enough to, disguise your jumps. And there we saw you kind of playing the ground game, you're blocking, you're walking, you're hitting medium buttons, and then you found that spot, jumped in, and got huge damage.
you also have to kind of look out for what Chun isn't doing. Like, he wasn't using his carrot throw too much. So, like, I don't know if guys ever watched Ryan Let Blood Run hits Chun. That guy can carrot throw from Albuquerque. And Mon-B wasn't doing that. So I wasn't really afraid of this carrot throw.
Yeah, in general, Mon-B's not playing that close to you, probably because he's not using the carrot throw, right? He's really playing pretty much a mid-range to long-range game against you in that first round, in that first game. Yeah, only one time was she really on top of you, at which point you kind of jabbed her out of her stuff. Okay, here we go.
See, I got problems. I try to put on a show, so against certain players, I try to style and dash in.
Well, that's good.
If I ever play Big Nasty on stream, I swear you guys are going to get a treat. One of us is dying.
Okay, I think it's an underutilized tool there from Alex, crouching medium kick.
All styles make matches, right?
Yeah.
Okay, anti-user standing medium punch to throw off the timing of these, because I think Mon-B noticed last time you were doing a lot of these jump-in parry or back fears, so he's trying to hit you a little bit earlier with the medium punch. Make it a little harder for you to get that parry you want on your jump in.
So Matt, you know, you're in danger of going 3 rounds to 0. You know, what's kind of your mentality here? Because you know you haven't had much success. You know.
Yeah, Alex always has a chance because of the big damage. So I just really need one good jump in.
Oh, what a block!
Or one good punish, and you see, just kind of dropping his confirms.
Yeah.
Wow, nice kill.
And the character knowledge, Matt, to know that you can kill Chun in that situation with no meter.
I would have gone for something more damaging and probably would have spent meter on it. I had no idea I was going to kill.
Just wanted to point that out.
Yeah.
Just the facts.
That back fierce into lightning legs. If all Chun players had that on deck, oh god.
Unfortunate punish there.
Yo, look at the damage.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. Nice punish.
Oh, we can punish that. Already committed to a button though.
So she has no meter now, so I don't really mind trying to go in.
I had no idea that Alex could crouch under her toward fierce or toward.
He could have red parried that rush though.
Exactly, and I missed the confirm right there. But you kind of notice little things like that. If they're not red parrying certain things, it emboldens you to kind of go in.
Well, in this case, of course, she doesn't really need a red parry. Oh, you mean
wow?
The
what a gutsy sweep there.
Ooh, oh, confirm though. Okay.
Man, even standing medium against Chun doesn't even look safe. I bet there's something. You ever feel like that way, Matt? It's like, dude, I cannot press a button. You ever feel that way against Chun in this matchup? It's like, I don't think anything I have is safe.
All the time.
Okay.
Especially with guys like Ahmed who can confirm super off a crouch jab.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Yeah. That's why I say that's far standing medium. I don't even know if that's safe.
It is.
Maybe you could,
All right, here we go, guys. Third game. Aboard Beastie Boy Jr. Pleasure to have you guys. We're looking back at 2 years of Jazzy, guys. Looking back at some of the hypest matches of the past 2 years. It's super, super sick. This is Mon-B versus HoldDat. Chun versus Alex. Really tough, but very interesting matchup. Whoa! Okay, once again, blocks across the stomp.
So Matt, you know, you're a top player. So and the great thing about top players is they know what's up. And so, you know, the Third Strike God smiled on you pretty widely that last game, right? And so, what's your mentality?
I was at the altar.
The altar, the sacrificial lamb.
We're seeing so many grabs here this third game. We didn't see hardly any grabs in neutral the last couple games.
So going into this third game, you know, what's your mentality? You're like, you eked one out. Do you think he's on tilt? What do you? Because it seemed like you were being really aggressive at the start of that.
Yeah, I thought definitely thought he was on tilt, and it's just something about playing Alex. The crowd is always with you. So that emboldens you too. So I just wanted to get him out of there, especially this fight.
So what emboldened you over the past 2 games, in this game, to be getting so many grabs? We're seeing a lot of dash up grab, dash up command grab. We didn't see any of that in the last couple of games. What's going on mentally here?
Yeah, just started to kind of remember what it is you had to do, especially with the whiff jump throws and whiff jump carrot throw.
Okay.
I was just a little too hesitant, too tentative in the beginning. Then I remembered, call myself HoldDat, so we got to act accordingly.
Yeah, I like that change of pace personally. I feel like, you know, in the first 2 games, you kind of gave him a false sense of security. I like that sort of I like as an Alex player, it's pretty important in terms of your pace as a player to make them look for the jump, make them look for what you're going to do, and at that point you start to dash, right? You dash because then they're looking in the sky for you. That's when you kind of slither on the ground. Anyway, so in the first 2 games, you see a lot of jumping, and this first round of the last game, we see a lot of horizontal movement here into her space. Okay, here we go, second round.
Yeah, that with empty jump, you kind of have to add that in to kind of condition them for certain things. Because in my mind, I always had empty jump super in my head to maybe unleash at one point or the other. But
that's the that's the Sazone. You have to sprinkle a little bit of that Sazone.
That's it.
Yeah, she's making it very hard to do empty jumps because of these. She's consistently anti-airing you with either medium punch or back fierce, right? If you parry the back fierce, you can just cancel on the lightning legs. We've seen her do a lot.
You know what I'm saying? Something you can't always season your food with salt, pepper, and oregano, dog. You gotta mix it up a little.
Yeah, you need some Lowry's.
Lowry's.
You need some Lowry's.
I'm sorry, Mako. We just acting stupid.
Okay, so as an Alex player who fights a lot of people online and, of course, who sees this a lot, this is the highest level of play in the U.S. When you're talking, Alex v. Chun, I would say. And I want to point out here this missed punish right there, like. No one punishes that HoldDat, but we both know that on block, that move is super unsafe, and on whiff especially, he could do whatever he wanted there. But I guess it's a lack of matchup knowledge, right? Because Alex is sort of a low-tier character, and I think that people just aren't used to, they're not in the lab, reacting to back fierce into punish, right?
Yeah. But the thing is, Venka, you have to remember, everything has to be looked at in context. Like, back fierce, I might be thinking power bomb. I might be thinking throw, or I might be thinking so. It is super negative, but it's also, it's also a good tool, right? It's like one of those.
Oh yeah, it's
we're
a great
talking
tool.
about HoldDat, right? You gotta sprinkle some Sazone.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's a bad tool. Yeah, it's definitely a great tool. I love back fierce, but I'm saying that in this case, I think that if Mon-B had more experience in this matchup, we would have seen. He sees the back fierce, he's crouching. Right, that's crouching jab and super or whatever she wants, but instead she goes for this, and again could have got a lot of damage.
I think
there.
maybe Mon-B thought he was gonna get close standing roundhouse super.
Oh, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right.
Yeah,
So I started trying to mix up what I whiff in the air with jump fierce and jump medium punch, but he's not buying it. How did I tech that? I was seeing pixels that.
Yikes!
Oh, okay, Miss Super.
No.
Yeah, I love to see that. I love to see that.
When you see the Chun fuck up the confirm HoldDat, what do you just time to go in? Like what do you like?
It's time to play Lotto later.
Oh, that was far. Okay, shenanigans. Oh, she missed shenanigans.
What? I don't know what Mon-B was trying there. Oh my gosh.
I tried the low profile. That was so dumb.
I'm about to rewind here a smidge to see the sprite again. Let me put it right back here. I missed it. Here it is. I'll pause it on the sprite. Look at this sprite, guys.
That's right.
Are you...
Dude, and Mon-B, the wherewithal, right? Not to super after the back fierce. Right?
Yeah.
Save that meter.
This is why I say that Chun-Li has one of the worst sprites in the game, dude. Like, she was the last character added, I think. I mean, just look at her face, dude. Look at her face. It's not working for me. Anyway, moving on.
And this was cool. I could actually hear Donka in the background going, last fight, last round. And I tell you, the energy in that room, thank you to all of those people in there, whoever they were cheering for, it was electric.
Okay. Jumping fierce.
I wonder if Mon-B could have supered off that.
He definitely could have, yeah. Misconfirm.
Misconfirm. See the punish.
Oh, sick punish.
Oh,
Neutral jump into fierce? I didn't know you could do that.
I see you.
I didn't know you could do that. Oh, it's a punish! That's a punish, dude! Oh my god.
That's the zone.
Okay, so she doesn't have any bar yet. You see some slash doubles here because of that, right? I see the slash coming out when she has no bar, but now she's got bar. Be a little more respectful.
The Mrs. Dash.
Ooh! Take the card grab again!
Wow.
What a reaction! You can say all you want about reaction to the situation. That's a reaction to the grab.
Mon-B hasn't been able to confirm
that. Oh no, he missed a punch there.
Strong all game, all set.
I was seeing Matrix source code this tournament.
Yeah, right.
Oh wow, she's so small.
You could have punished that too.
She probably thought he was gonna get hit like I did. Oh,
he's
yo,
blocked
so
the parry.
ballsy here at the end of the round, pressing all these buttons.
You know, all Mon-B had to do was just walk you back in the corner, but then once he let you out,
Yeah.
Okay.
oh no.
I tried to get spice.
Yeah, tried to get spicy.
Oh man!
Oh no.
He really wants to end this round. HoldDat's really going in here with very little respect for her bar.
Oh, what a block.
Oh, the walk up block. Oh, misconfirmed.
Oh no, misconfirmed. Oh my
Okay,
god.
it might be within chip range now. Oh, that's it. Wow, what a way to end the round,
so
dude.
at what point, HoldDat, did you know you were gonna stomp? Can you pinpoint on the video, like at one point you're like, you know, I'm gonna stomp right here.
I have no idea. I can't tell if I saw the movement and I just did it, or
Here we go.
was looking for a walk. I don't know.
But it wasn't something planned, right? It wasn't like, okay, I'm gonna get into a space where I'm just gonna stomp.
No, it was not. It was.
Okay.
I never do that again.
So you block the low medium, and then you stomp.
Then I stopped. Oh, I'm such a scrub.
Okay, so no, that was smart, dude. That was smart. That's easy. So you decided right there because that one's a spacing where you can cross it up, right? That was the spot. You really got pushed back right here, and this is where you knew you were gonna stomp, right? You got pushed back, and like.
Well, the reason I asked that HoldDat is like you just immediately stomp. It's almost like you like, I'm gonna block this low medium and then I'm gonna stomp because it was almost instantaneous.
Unless Ahmed was behind me and whispered it, and I didn't put two and two together.
Because if you watch it in real time, Venka, that stomp comes out mad fast.
Yeah, it comes out extremely
like,
fast.
It's almost like you knew you were gonna stomp.
Here's the block. Here it comes. Whoop. Yeah. Boom.
It's just like
That's divine intervention.
Because and the reason why maybe you did that instinctually, HoldDat, is a lot of Chun players, right? If you block a low medium, what are they gonna do? Back fierce, right? They're gonna block a low medium. Oh, it didn't work. Okay, back fierce.
Yeah, Katie points out that stomp. The crowd just goes wild here. I'm gonna raise the volume here. Here we go. Let me actually run a little bit more. What's up, Zan? Thanks for the sub, Zan's welcome aboard, dude. Glad to hear you made it through another month, man. It's not always easy in these times. Here's the volume, guys. Here we go. This is slow-mo.
Yeah, so you block the low medium, and a lot of Chun players, what do you do? Fierce again, right? Because they don't want, they want to punish the dash in or whatever.
Cole said is a referendum on fate. You gotta believe it.
Wow, what a stomp. What a stomp.
You can tell that's Duralath there. Oh my god, Duralath loves to see Alex win as well. Actually, it might not be Duralath yet. Anyway, so that's...
Let's watch that exchange one more time, but in real time.
Okay, here we go. Let's get the speed back to normal. There we go. Let's get back here. I'm going to rerun a little bit further this time. We'll go back to here. Here we go. Okay, missed to confirm there. There it is. Stomp. Boom.
Yeah, you just... that was so Galaxy Brain. Like, I don't know what made you do it, but it clearly, like, you this was a read, and it was a godlike one.
Can you frame advance Faust on YouTube? I don't like to do that. Wow.
Take him to church.
Super, super sick set. Always a pleasure to watch Chun-B now. Alex beat a Chun any day of the week.
Yeah.
I'm
so
gonna
hold that.
Go
ahead.
all your efforts. No, thank you both for all your efforts. We really appreciate it. I mean, I have no words. Thank you for this, and even for putting my scrubby ass on this.
Well, we didn't put you on here. The people put you on here. Hold that. Remember that.
And how could they not, dude? You guys in the chat like Chun versus Alex, right? Especially when Alex wins.
Is HoldDat officially? I'm gonna start this movement, Vinka.
Okay, here we go. I'm ready for it.
Is HoldDat officially the third strike People's Champion?
Let me consider that real quick. I would say yes, but I'm biased.
I think HoldDat, you are the People's Champion.
The People's Champ, dude.
The People's Champion.
Dude, and personally, HoldDat, thank you. Watching these videos of Defend the North is kind of very nostalgic for me. And I want to thank you personally for all your advice you gave me at Next Level that weekend. It was an absolute pleasure to hang out with you and all the guys at Next Level. A night I'm never going to forget, dude. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. Boot can't click. We live forever, baby.
It's such a pleasure, dude.
All right, well, thank you for joining us, HoldDat. Appreciate it, man.
Have a good night, dude.
Thanks, guys. Later.
I agree, Jandor. I totally agree. Jandor says here, HoldDat's just an all-around sick dude. He really, really is, guys. So we got to tell HoldDat in person on the stream. We forgot to get him on the commentary here, but he's actually going to get a pin courtesy of Arcade Candy Company. If you let me get this the image up here for you guys. Basically, Arcade Candy Company approached Jazzy and offered to give us these pins to give to all the competitors in the top 8 matches tonight. They're super, super sick pins. There is no Alex yet, but he'll have his choice of the ones you see on screen here. Dudley, Akuma, the Sweet Sweet Urian. I love how they've got the little chain and they got the little accessories. Like Dudley has the Rose accessory, and Urian has the Aegis, and Akuma has his SA1, the Aerial SA1. There's also a Ryu and Ken one there as well, with the Pocket Fighter stuff. Thank you, Arcade Candy Company, for supplying these for our top competitors tonight. Check them out, guys, at arcadecandycompany.bigcartel.com. Check out these pins. They're pretty sick. Isn't it sick, Big Nasty? They're super, super sick. And I love the idea of having these little chains attached to them with the little accessories. How dope is it? Like, looking at it, the way they imagine these pins, you could hardly imagine having the Urian without the Aegis. It's such a great combination. Mm-hmm. That would be sick, Brian, if the Rose was that big in the game.
The Air Hado is pretty sick too.
Yeah, they're all really, really sick. I think even to Arcade Candy Company, and congratulations to EXO and Nica and Yuuki and KO Fiend, and like with here, Mon-B and HoldDat for getting these pins courtesy of Arcade Candy Company and the Jazzy Circuit. Wow. So those first 3 matches, the sets were already super, super hype, man. Just amazing. Amazing.
And the show is just getting started.
Yes. Guys. We have, you guys voted over the course of the past few weeks for the top 8 matches. You guys were the hypest in the past 2 years of the Jazzy Circuit's, again, in short lifetime. It's been an absolute pleasure, watching you guys run events all over the country for the Jazzy Circuit. That's the ranking events, the regionals, the auto qualifiers, at the various majors and regionals. And because of, the fact that as a part of qualifying for being a Jazzy ranking event, has to be footage supplied. There's a lot of footage of awesome high-level third strike all over YouTube right now. It's a shame that there isn't more of it, but even with what we have, it was so hard to narrow it down to a top 32, let alone we did you guys help in a big way to get the top 8. Like, that is just too many hype matches. Already we've watched all 3 from Defend the North, and all 3 of them are super, super sick. Thank you to our co-commentators tonight, EXO and HoldDat, as well, of course, MutantXP, the Jazzy Daddy, the lead coordinator and director of the Jazzy Circuit. Pleasure having you. Coming up next, guys, is 3 more matches. And we're going to be, let's see if I can give you guys a little bit of a preview here. I don't want to spoil anything, but it's some matches from a regional here that means a lot to me. It's also the regional where I first met Katie Alpha, which is awesome, in person, that is, which is super sick to me. And I'm looking forward to that in a few minutes here, guys. Don't go nowhere. We're going to have a very short break and come back with more of the Jazzy Circuit Retrospective. And let's say Mutant before we go on break here.
Yeah, nothing, man. Just don't go anywhere. We got quite a doozy of a segment for you coming up next.
Don't touch that dial, guys. Okay. So, Katie,
are you in here now?
Yeah, I'm here, dog.
Yo, what up, Katie?
Oh my God, guys! You guys have some Katie Alpha commentary in the chat. I'm excited.
That last segment was sick.
Dude, they were all sick, dude. I think still, you guys know me. I love Alex. I love watching him beat Chun, but I still think that KO Fiend versus Yuuki was too strong. That's a whole that says. He's watching it again.
I think that was the moment, because I was emceeing the matches, right? Mm-hmm. I think that was the moment where I actually lost my mind.
Yeah, that was.
When I saw that super go up, I was like, well, that was just too sick.
Too much, dude. Again, that's such an awesome event. Defend the North. I'm never gonna forget that, dude. That was such an amazing event. The best part for me personally, again, it was a great event overall, but I feel like the thing I enjoyed the most was getting disrespected at McDonald's across the street.
Oh my God, dude!
What happened? What happened to you at McDonald's?
What a story,
dude. There's no time to tell the whole.
You were there, Mutant.
Yeah, I think you were there. But you were so stressed out. You were so wired. I'm not surprised you don't remember it. But it was...
Dude, okay,
is that when you got the shitty McFlurry?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Rico knows.
Okay. All right, okay. Rico knows. You should tell the chat the story, though.
Dude, I told the story before on chat. I wish we had Rico on to talk about it. But, dude, basically, it was the worst. It was like some... It was basically piratical, dude. It was like a parody of terrible fast food customer service. Like, we were basically... I can't even, dude. I can't even. But it was a great weekend. Just trust me, guys. It was sort of surreal. Like, it was one situation where it's like, do I leave? Do I pay for this? I don't know.
Dude, so I'll give you guys the context.
Okay.
I'll set the scene for you guys. We had just finished with the finale. Like, we were just barely getting done. We handed out the awards. We had all the matches. We thanked everyone. You know, we did a little ceremony for the champ, and then we bounced and we broke down, and we were like, all right, what's open, dude? I'm so hungry. I think at that point all of us were starving, so we were like, whatever's closest, dude, let's just go there. And someone was like, there's a McDonald's across the street. So we went to the McDonald's across the street, but unfortunately everyone else had that same idea. And we went at the same time as a lot of other players did. I can't remember exactly who all was there, but I know a good chunk of players were there. And that McDonald's it had to have been 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning, something like that, was not ready. They were not ready for the business that they were about to get. And I guess the lady that was working at the counter was super stressed out, and she wasn't having any of it. So it was her and someone else who were, I guess, making all the food, except that whoever was helping her wasn't doing anything. They were just sitting in the back, not doing anything, and she was like, you could hear her yelling at him, and then I guess that frustration transferred to the customers once they started asking where their food was, and she got into an argument with this giant dude. Like, that guy had to have been 6'8" or almost 7 feet tall, dude. He was a massive man, and she's sitting there yelling at him, telling him how he needs to wait, how she can only do so much at one time, and how if you know, she doesn't like it, she can refund him his money or something.
Think that, you know...
And all of these people are just standing in line, just waiting for it. And dude, the food we got was terrible.
Fucking gross. It was straight up gross. I thought I was gonna get food poisoning. In peace.
Yeah, it was fucking terrible. It took forever. It wasn't worth it. And yeah, man, that was one of the worst McDonald's experiences I've ever had. But it was just, you know, in context, it was super late night, you know, very early morning, and they got overwhelmed with a ton of business that they weren't ready for. And I guess, you know, those people were just already dealing with a lot, because, yeah, man, there was a lot of yelling going on.
Okay, so we've got some commentators. Mutant, do we still have the commentators for this first set going to join us here?
Yeah, you know, we're a little ahead of schedule.
Oh, okay, really? I'm surprised by that. Sick.
Yeah, and so, you know, we're probably gonna have to wait a few more minutes, but you know, they will be they will be here shortly, and so we're probably gonna have to kill a little bit more time, maybe a couple more minutes. Sick. If that's possible.
Yeah, no problem. What I'll do then is I will bring up the Jazzy promo reel here. What I'll do is I'll come back